everyone, so welcome to my coding channel Coding Learner. So today we learn how to insert at position a node in our linked list. So basically we are give the position and we need to put a new node at that position. For example, if our position is 1, then we need to insert the head will be pointed as 0, and then we insert at the first position at a new node. So basically the count will start it from 0, and if it founds the position and if the count is equals to a position, then it stop and it does it iterate more. And then the first step is to connect a new node to our temporary next node. So the first step must be this, because if our connected our temp node with our new node, so then we lost our previous node. So that's why we need to go with a sequence. So first we connect a new node to our temp next node, and then we connect our temp next to our new node. So this is how the insertion at a particular position of a node is done in the linked list. So let's move forward. First of all, there is a code I was written here so that you can easily identify what is happening here. So there is an insert at position function, and it takes three arguments. One is the node head, and then is the value to be inserted at the data of a node, and then the position where the node to be inserted. So that's it about the arguments and parameters. Now we are creating a new node with a new keyword dynamically. So this is how our new node is look like if we are want to add 23 in a data of a node. So this is the first step which we are do, and then we find that we are testing that if our head is equals to null, so there is no need to traverse the linked list. Then we create a head is r n, and we return. I forget to write here return here, return, so that it not goes return. So now if it is not, then we move forward. We are creating the int count 1 that started from the 1, so that it can be easily identify where we need to the position. So now there is a temp node which is a temporary. It points initially to the head, so this is our second step, so that we want to iterate each and every node one by one, and each time our count will be incremented. So this is the while loop to iterate the whole linked list. And there is a condition: what if the position is not in our linked list, then it means that we are want to place our temp at the end of the linked list. So there is a condition over here: if the temp next is not equals to run, then only we entered in our loop. And count is always be smaller than position minus 1, because we want, if I want to place here only, so so we need that node, the previous one. So that's why I created the count is smaller than position minus 1, and each time the count will increment it. And when we find the previous of our inserted value, then we are, let's move forward for more understanding. So that's the next step to be done by this. So our temp will be point to the next pointer of our previous temp. So now temp is over here, and our position, we need to place a position at 3. So it is not equals to, it is equal, count is equals to position minus 1. So it breaks the condition over here. And then we find that our temp will be only here, our previous node will be only here. So next is, then we are add a new node next to our temp next node, so that it's point to the next node and we save the remaining link list to the new node, and then we are add a temp next to our new node. So this is what happening over here. We are initially, our first step must be we placed our new node next to the temp next node, so that we are not our previous nodes. So then, and the next step will be our temp will be pointed at our new node. Our temp next will be pointed our new node, which name as an, and this is how the insertion will be done at the position, and we place our new node at the correct position. So that's it about the insertion operation. Let's move forward for the implementation. So I already created a class, and I already created a node parameterized constructor which create our node, and there is a insert at position which contains three arguments, the head, value and a position, and there is a display function as well. If you are not understand what is happening here, you must watch my previous video which is based on the linked list implementation. So let's move forward. I already created our int main. Our head will be 12 and our head next will be our 13 and our head next to next will be our 12, 14. So it looks like that. The first value is 12 and then the second will be 13 and our third will be 14. So this is how our linked list look like. Now I call our display function to displaying the linked list, and then the and line, and then we call our function that the insert at position, and the value to be inserted at a particular position is 4 and the position is 12. So let's move forward for insert at position function. Let's define it. First I create a node. Let's take an, dynamically I created it, and the node contains the value which we need to be inserted at the data of the node, and I created a if condition which stack head is equals to null. If it is that, then a head will be our n, and then return. If it is not, I created a count which is started from 1, and there is a while loop. Let's create a node temp first, which is our head, and I created a while loop. There is a condition over here. The temp next will be must not equals to our null, and a count will always smaller than our position minus 1. We want to take the previous node, and then each time the temp will be our temp next, and then a count will be incremented every time. So that's it. This is how we find the our node, after which our new node will be inserted. So now our new node next will be point at the temp next node, and our temp next node contain the address of our new node. So this is how our new node will be placed at their correct position. Let's run. Okay, so this is how our initial linked list before the calling of our insert at position function, and we want to insert 4 at a second position of our linked list, and then we call our display function, and then we find that our 4 is placed at the second position of our linked list. So this is how the insertion at particular position will be done. So that's it. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe.